and welcome nerds and welcome to Two Girls and a Cat. This is our Game of Thrones series. I'm Sam.
I'm Carolyn.
And this week we are giving you our favourite moments of Season 7, Episode 1 of Game of Thrones. You want to start with you?
Yes, it was, well, long awaited. I think everybody's been absolutely dying to see what's going to happen with this being the last series ever of Game of Thrones. So it's a bit of sadness, but first episode did not disappoint.
Nope.
So I think we're just going to talk about what we thought were the key moments and our favourite things that happened in the episode. I mean, in terms of my favourite thing, I think mine's more of like a long play thing because I'm kind of interested to see what Sam's role is in this whole thing, because it's got me thinking, like, why is Sam so boring? And why? Why is he so boring? And why
I thought
does
she
he
was
live...
actually going to say me there for
No,
a second.
not you. Sam,
Why are you so boring?
Sam in Game of Thrones. Why is he so boring? Why does he live in a library? Why is he cleaning out bedpans? But why do we need to know all of that? But there's a purpose.
That sequence was so funny
and
yet disgusting.
But didn't we say when we were watching it, we were like, this is like Harry Potter. I said, I know exactly what's going to happen. Professor Slughorn, who, by chance, is also Jim Broadbent, the same guy.
Showed up.
So he showed up, and he basically showed Sam the room of requirement and said, go in there and find from the forbidden section any book that you can, blah, blah, blah. Sam goes in, finds a book, which somebody very eagle-eyed has spotted. There's a big clue in there about dragonglass, which everyone knows has magical qualities and potentially, we think, spoiler, could be the cure for grayscale. And who's got grayscale? Jorah.
For a moment. It would make sense because the Dragonstone is... The dragon glass is on Dragonstone, which where Shireen lived, and if we remember, she had grayscale on her face.
But she considered herself to have been cured. Like the grayscale stopped because she was living near that location.
There you go.
And
just get Jorah there.
And who is there?
Daenerys.
So Daenerys is where Jorah needs to be.
Dany is sitting on her throne. That's not my favourite moment. But I do like that one. We were sitting there watching it absolutely retching. Carolyn didn't help the situation at all by making retching noises throughout the whole thing. But it was a
pretty
good
disgusting.
sequence.
Yeah.
It was pretty vile. But it was a good sequence. It made It made us think where it was leading to.
Yeah. My
favourite moment was Arya. All of Arya. I wasn't interested at all in Arya. Come the last season, I was like, was she really learning? Do I really care? And yes, I do. Because in the first sequence, she wiped out a whole entire family. Yes, it was the Freyas. And yes, I can't say it without swearing, they're just terrible. They're awful people. So yes, Arya wiped out the whole of the Freyas. And then decides that she's going to continue a little bucket list of killing, and travel to King's Landing to do Cersei, which would be mint. However, she bumps into Ned Sheeran in all of these.
Ned Sheeran.
It's his other cousin. No, sorry, Ed Sheeran. I don't want to get any comments.
He's been absolutely panned.
I don't want to get any comments saying I don't know who Ned
Please
Sheeran
don't
is.
say that. Everyone's been saying that it was absolute cheese that Ed Sheeran was casting Game of Thrones. I mean, I've got to admit, you know when the scene first starts with him and you see Arya's on the horse and she's approaching this
and then he
gang
just
of
turns
people.
round and he's like,
hi! Well, it was the whole, you could hear this guy singing, and that nearly set you
That wasn't him, though.
It wasn't?
No, that wasn't him singing that first bit. He was singing the kind of low bit.
Yeah,
low.
But I could hear this nice, and he said to you, oh, that's a nice singing voice.
Nice.
And then I realised it was Ed stroke Ned Sheeran.
Ned Sheeran.
As he's now known.
It's my dad's joke. It's terrible. Anyways, so she sees these soldiers. Now it's probably the first time we've sat down and seen actual soldiers and just how boring their lives are. Like, it was dull.
Yeah.
But these soldiers, I don't know if it's going to make her rethink and like, oh, I'm gonna leave Cersei for a bit and I'm gonna head back up north. Maybe I need to go home. But we saw. I don't know if it was in the must have been in the trailer. It can't have been anywhere else. There was an image of a direwolf. Now the only two direwolves that are around are Ghost and Nymeria. So is Arya going to be reunited with Nymeria?
Yeah.
I hope so. I really hope so. I love Nymeria's story in the books. I love the fact that and the fact that the Stark children, anyone who has a direwolf still alive, had wolf dreams. Arya's no different than Bran in the book. She's a warg, so is Jon. I just think Bran's
really
homed it in a lot more than them two.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to see where Arya goes from here. I really can't. The whole episode as a full was incredible. It was a great way to start things. Cersei, as usual, effing things up as she goes along.
Yeah.
She always used to consider herself as Tywin with balls. No, not at all. That woman has no sense whatsoever. I am a Lannister through and through. Absolute lion, Lannister pride over here. But she just gives them an even worse name than what they already had. I just hope Jaime kills her. Gone.
I think that might happen. I think
you
might see because on the whole of what we've seen of Jaime throughout the whole of Game of Thrones is that he's a man of honour, isn't he?
He is.
And he's not a bad person. He hasn't got that evil streak that Cersei has. She's like, you keep thinking to yourself, whenever you see kind of softens to her ways, and you think, oh Jaime, why don't you see her for what she is?
Why don't you and Brienne get on your horse and just go and have adventures?
That was a nice little moment.
I love it. They don't, like, me and Ant were talking about it the other day, because Ant's finally caught up on Game of Thrones, and I said you can't wrap your head around where Jaime's gone from to where he is. Jaime looked like bloody Prince Charming out of Shrek, and was just arrogant, and he was so under Cersei's grasp, and then the minute he got captured, and then he was with Brienne, he just started to unravel, and the more time he spent away from Cersei, the more you got to see the actual real Jaime. We got to hear that story of when he killed the Mad King, which still breaks us to even think, like, that's at the age he was, how he had to think and what he did, and he'll never be thanked for it. He'll always have Kingslayer as his nickname, it's just, his story is being very endearing throughout. I love him. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
And I think the other nice thing that I liked from the first episode was you're starting now to see what kind of plan Jon has for, being king in the north.
And Sansa undermining him, that was a bit naughty.
Sansa's really, really called him out, and you saw the Karstarks. Ned Karstark? He was an actual Ned. Yeah. They pledged their allegiance, and Sansa said,
yeah,
not sure about you lot.
It wasn't that. It was, I understood what she was saying, and it probably was right, but when you brought these two, because Sansa's idea was that you need to reward loyalty and take away
bad behaviour.
Yes, pretty much. You can't justify it. So her saying that, yes, it made sense. But when you then get the visualization of these houses, you have this Alice, what's her name? Umber? Was it Umber? Alice Umber, and then this Ned Karstark. The children. Do you really want to take a house away from children when you can?
You've had it done yourself.
Yeah, and children. You can take these children and they can grow with you.
Or they can grow against you.
What would you prefer?
Yeah.
So I kind of saw it from both angles. I'm very interested to see the Littlefinger story. He's so creepy.
He is such a massive creep.
He's so awful. So I'm interested to see that. So this is our Game of Thrones series. It's going to be our favourite moments of the episode, leading right the way up to the end one.
And we're going to watch episode 2 very shortly.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right this second.
So I've heard it's good.
I'm excited.
So
I'm always excited. Always excited. So that's us. So you can find us, all of our links, sorry, it'll be right down below. Remember to hit the button and subscribe. Thank you so much for the reaction that we've gotten on our Black Panther trailer.
It's so surprising.
Incredible.
If it's anything that you want us to talk about on here, or any suggestions that you've got that maybe you want us to cover, then drop them in the comments.
Right down there.
Or you can find us on Instagram and on Facebook as well. Yeah,
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we have the lot. Just all of our information is down below. We can't thank you enough for the views. I'm very sorry for the audio on the Black Panther trailer. I am learning as I go along. That was my fault. I really wanted to get it up, but just seeing the amount of views and likes we've gotten off it is
crazy,
unreal.
Really crazy.
Thank you so much.
And I'll try and get Portia to come on to the next.
We did
try to get her onto this one, but she's now decided she's over there.
And she is our main star. I mean, you can't have two girls and a cat without an actual cat.
She is there. She's just been a big diva. So, what else is new?
Like her mother.
Wow.
So that's it. So thank you very much. You just forget.
Yeah. No diva-like behaviour.
No. Well, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.